Hello, everybody. Good evening.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, teacher.
Hello.
Hi, teacher. Good
Good
evening.
evening, teacher.
How are you today? Fine?
Excellent, teacher.
Very good.
I am
Okay.
anxious, sir.
Excuse me, say that again.
Yes, sir. I am anxious because
Why?
uh, we don't present the task on the weekend because the Moodle is down. Was down.
The Moodle platform broke down. Yes, I know about the issue. But if you send the report to the staff, then that won't be a problem. Did you report this to the email that I sent the other day?
No, mister.
Oh, oh,
Me, for me, because when I try to send the task, the Moodle platform break down, and I didn't know what I say, what I do, but we we say the problem to the Mister Argandoña, and he knows that.
yeah, I know the problem is, well, the problem was general. So a lot of students had the same issue, and I will edit for everybody to submit the homework right now. So you'll have more time to submit it. Make sure that you do this now, otherwise, you won't be able to submit it later. Okay? Let me Let me see, November, December, okay. Don't worry, I'm opening the platform again so you can submit this.
Thank you,
Teacher,
Miss.
Thank you,
I
sir.
sent the email to model support.
Well, you
Uh,
should, but it is not necessary anymore because I'm fixing the problem myself.
well, I sent the email.
Awesome.
Um,
That's great.
yes, because
Eh,
I sent out the email for you and later about the model support because my tutor, Argoña, uh,
Argoña,
I um,
Argandoña.
Argandoña, sorry.
Yes.
The teacher tell the problem about the for the university. Well, I send the other email because you. I think this necessary for the evidence about the problem or the other because I send the video, but sorry, the homework about the email because now I don't. Uh, now um I need 1 minute because I don't stay in my home. I stay in other place because I don't know what is the time we can they send the homework now. What's the
Well,
time?
the deadline is until
Okay,
12 a.m.
okay, teacher. Thank you.
Uh-huh. No problem. Okay, do you have any other questions about the platform, model, or anything? No questions? Please send your assignment now because the platform will be open just today, okay? There won't be more time available for you. Okay, in today's session, we're going to start with Unit 2, which is the didactic strategy and its use within the teaching and learning process. In this session, which is 7, we're going to be some teaching, listening strategies that you need to consider when it comes to EFL application. So to start with, you should have read this, The Practice of English Language Teaching, pages 228 to 237. Let me display. It is this chapter, 16, listening. You have to be reading about extensive and intensive listening, extensive listening, advantages, disadvantages, reading out loud, storytelling, interviews, conversation, organizer, machine operator, feedback organizer, prompter, lesson sequences for listening, examples of listening sequences. There's also one last technique down here that is, yeah. So basically that's what you need to read about listening, teaching listening. That's our class about. Paulo, you have any questions about this?
Teacher, it's not about this, it's about of the task. I recently I see that you're open the task, but you're open for today. But I have a problem because, for example, I work on weekdays. I free time to do my homework in in weekends, but I it's difficult for me in this moment after the class to do the task because I have to create a lesson plan and send you to for today. This is a complicated.
What 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 task do you mean? Session 6?
Yes, because I haven't of these instructions to do this task because I work on weekdays. Thing I do your task in on weekdays on weekends. Sorry. Thing with the platform breakdown is on Friday. This is my opinion. If possible for you, extend to for tomorrow. A midday is an option that is possible.
Pablo, well, you're supposed to have done this last week, and I extended until today, so you have to only send the link. You don't have to record any videos or do an activity now. It's just the link that you had from this assignment. That'll be all. You understand? Let me see. Yeah, it is for those who had difficulties with the platform. Esta tarea ya estaba hecha. Solo la vamos a subir. That's why you need more time.
Yes, that's I mentioned, but for me it's difficult to do your task in on weekdays because I work. After the work, I come my home to study. After that, my time is a little
Hard.
occupied. Yes, your task I do in on weekdays on weekends. Sorry.
It's okay. The platforms usually open until Sundays. Every Sunday, you have Saturday and Sunday to complete the task.
Yes.
So, what's the
Uh,
problem?
the
No,
problem
teacher.
is when I try to see the instructions, the platform is breakdown. It's not possible for me what is the task.
But you have the study guide, Pablo. The study guide has all the pages. You have the syllabus as well to guide yourself. You know that now we're in unit 2 because this is the session, and then our next session will be session 8, then session 9. So you can plan it in advance.
Yes,
Teacher,
teacher. I haven't time to see the platform your study guide in the time the platform is well, but when I try to see that what is your task to I do, I can the platform is breakdown. This is my problem. I don't know how, I haven't with you I haven't your task because this is my opinion for
Oh, you
you.
haven't done your task. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
exactly, teacher.
Yes, I can say that if possible for you expand only tomorrow at midday to do.
Extend.
Yes, teach. Extend only tomorrow. It's possible midday. I do in tonight.
Joyce, do you have the same problem?
Yes, teacher. I have Sundays in the morning, like off, so I do my homework in that day. So I cannot enter to the platform. I can download the study guide, so I couldn't make my homework. So if you just open today, I couldn't deliver my homework. And I finish here at 11. I will be in my house at 11:30. So I can make it in the morning. I can just not sleep today. But yes, it was very difficult for me because I normally use the days that you gave us to make little by little so I can complete because I'm here from 5:30 to 11:30 basically.
I understand the situation, and I will help you. Don't worry. But remember that you should be able to submit your homework based on the study guide planning. So I have already changed the deadline on the platform now. You have extended until tomorrow tomorrow noon. That's the limit. But remember that you should plan your study based on the study guide. So next time this cannot happen again. Okay?
Okay, teacher, I appreciate.
No problem. So
Thank you.
check if you have access to the platform, you should be able to submit it now. Okay. So one more time, we are talking about session 7, teaching listening skills. We have to read this short text on pages 228 to 237. That's 10 pages. You should select some strategies from the reading material and apply these strategies in a demo class, in a group demo class. Don't forget that we have an established rubric, okay? You need to respect that rubric, apply the content, and then we're gonna have some feedback. So this is a group rubric, a group activity. I'll give you about 30 minutes to read, to review the reading, and also to prepare your demo class, okay? You have to prepare your demo class in 30 minutes. Do you remember the demo class? The tips that I gave you? Remember, think as students, not as teachers. Think about things that you like, music, videos, etc. And finally, remember, our focus for today's class is listening, no speaking, no reading, no writing, but listening. You need to select strategies for teaching listening, okay? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, so we're gonna have to split you up in groups of 6 to 7. Okay, once you are in the group, remember you have 30 minutes to prepare a demo class. Don't forget the lesson plan. Do you remember the format? We have a format. Do you remember the format? It's on the platform. So please prepare your lesson plan. Assign roles. Some of you can create the lesson plan, others can have the class as a teacher, and so on. Okay? Please read and prepare your demo class. Okay, I hope you are all ready for the demo classes. Is there a voluntary group to start? Any volunteers? No volunteers? Okay, how about group number 1? Ana, Joyce, Maria Jose, Nadia, Eva, and Ricardo. Are you ready?
Are you ready, teacher?
Okay. Please begin once you're please begin.
¿Sí está compartiendo?
Yes.
Don't forget to submit your lesson plan through the chat box.
Good evening, students. For the topic is daily routine.
What do you think the audio will be about? Will it be a morning, afternoon, or evening routine? What activities do you think you will hear?
Please, Pablo, question number 1. What do you think the audio that will be about?
I can you repeat your questions?
What do you think the audio will be about?
Sorry, I can impossible for me listening your audio.
It's a prediction. You can be
Ah,
prediction.
uh, prediction.
Yes.
Ah, okay. I can say that is was interesting and and give me support to learn things new.
Thank you, Pablo. Byron, question number 2. Will it be a morning, afternoon, or evening routine?
I think it will by a morning routine.
Thank you, Byron. Question number 3, please, Flavio. What activity do you think you will be here? Flavio, Laudio.
Sorry. The activity I think you will hear is daily routine, about daily routine.
Thank you, Flavio.
This strategy is called prediction, and it helps us understand better before listening.
And I have breakfast. Hi David, what do you usually do in the morning? I wake up at 7 a.m., take a shower, and I have breakfast. Do you go to work after that? Yes, I leave home at 8 and I start work at 9. What do you do in the afternoon? I have lunch at 1 o'clock and finish work at 5 p.m. And in the evening, I have dinner with my family and watch TV before going to bed.
Um, María José, um, what do you think this person does during the day?
My my daily routine is the the words in the morning.
Um, Pablo, what is the main idea of the conversation?
The main idea of the conversation is to improve or talk about the different activities that we do.
Thank you. Second, listening specific details. Um, what time does he wake up? What doesn't he do in the morning? What time does they have lunch? What does do he do in the evening? Repeat the audio, please.
Hi David, what do you usually do in the morning? I wake up at 7 a.m., take a shower, and have breakfast. Do you go to work after that? Yes, I leave home at 8 and start work at 9. What do you do in the afternoon? I have lunch at 1 o'clock and finish work at 5 p.m. And in the evening, I have dinner with my family and watch TV before going to bed.
Mm.
Ricardo, the answer. What time does he wake up? What does he do in the morning? What time does he have lunch?
Teacher,
What
can
does
you
he
repeat the
do?
audio, please?
Hi David, what do you usually do in the morning? I wake up at 7 a.m., take a shower, and have breakfast. Do you go to work after that? Yes, I leave home at 8 and start work at 9. What do you do in the afternoon? I have lunch at 1 o'clock and finish work at 5 p.m. And in the evening, I have dinner with my family and watch TV before going to bed.
Teacher, I can't remember the information. It's a lot of information. I know that he wake up at 7 a.m. and starting work at 9 a.m. Yes.
This intensive listening for specific details. Now, please create a short conversation about your daily routine. Include time you wake up and one daytime activity and one evening activity. You had 1 minute. 1 minute.
So now, students, we are talking about the daily routines, and I want to question someone to maybe Geoffrey. Geoffrey, what do you think? What do you know about daily routine? What is your daily routine? Please help me with that information. Maybe you understand what is a daily routine. So if we now don't understand, we're going to watch a video, okay? And at the same time, we're going to answer the question, right? So now, please, let's start with that.
I live in London.
Okay, please pay attention, students.
My name's Fred. I live in London and I'm 17 years old. I wake up at 7 and I usually get up.
What time does he wake up?
7.
7. Yeah, that's right. Let's continue.
Out of bed about.
Okay, please, one moment.
Get out of bed about 7:30. Then I come downstairs and have breakfast. Usually I have cereal for breakfast with orange juice, but sometimes I have toast with usually jam or honey.
Okay, which of these things does he not have for breakfast? I'm so sorry. Maybe Annabella.
repeat, please.
Okay.
And have breakfast. Usually I have, and I come downstairs and have breakfast. Usually I have cereal for breakfast with orange juice, but sometimes I have toast with usually jam or honey. Then I pack.
Sorry, you have 1 more minute.
Cereal. Cereal on banana.
Yes, but the question is which of these things does he not have for breakfast? Maybe Freud? Okay.
My bag for school. I walk because my school's.
Okay. How does he go to school? Maybe he goes by bus, he goes by car, or he walks. Please, Edwin, can you help me with that?
Come again, sir.
How does he go to school? Okay.
Then I pack my bag for school. I walk because my school's only.
What do you think? He goes by bus, he goes by car, or he walks?
He walks to the school.
Okay, that's right. This is a short daily routine, and in this class we're talking about a daily routine, and I could be you learning more about this topic, and this is all for this time.
Thank you to this group. I highly appreciate your hard work, and of course, you've done a great planning. Actually, I really enjoy the activities, and I think you're getting the hang of this class. So very nice. There are just some couple of things that I would like to point out for you to improve. The first thing is the lesson plan. I was checking the lesson plan and here. So you got these objectives. Where did you get these objectives from? Where did you get this from? The objectives? Where are they from?
Teacher, I have a question about that objectives. I have to, in this case, use the objectives that have relation with my topic, right? Or with my, in this case, um, like a technique that is listening, but using the currículo priorizado, right? Or no?
Yeah, that's why I was wondering. I was wondering where you got them from because you have two options. You can either create your own objectives like this, or you can get them from the English curriculum. And I was hoping that you say, no, we created these objectives. Or no, we got them from a book. But no problem. Now, what about these performance criteria? Where did you get this from? It looks like it's not in the curriculum because I was checking this and I went down here and says on page 107, we have the curriculum of English. Of course, it depends on the level that you're teaching, but this is for bachillerato. And if I scroll down to page 107, I will see all the performance, the evaluation criteria, performance descriptors, indicators. So you need to read and select from here what or which performance criteria best match with your planning. So For example, this one, justify and explain the rationale for a position on an argument using blah, 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 or maybe use the process of writing, drafting, or maybe this compare and present personal and formal responses. But you should remember that this information cannot be invented. You need to take it from the curriculum. You can make this up, but not this. This is mandatory to take it or get it from the curriculum priorizado. Es obligatorio sacar esto del currículo de inglés. Si a ustedes les tocará hacer una planificación y hacen esto que está aquí, inmediatamente eliminados. ¿Ok? That's not the case. Esto se saca del currículo y la gente sí revisa esto del currículo. ¿Ok? The presentation, practice, and production were all good. The techniques and instruments as well. You have declared here a checklist, but there's no checklist down here. You have declared a rubric, but no rubric here. Where's the rubric? So you need to consider this the next time you plan. This and also this. If you put the instrument, you should put it down here, okay? But other than that, I think you really use very good sources. You use videos, you use audios. Actually, I noticed that you created that audio, which was a plus because not all teachers have this time or they don't dedicate the time to create their own audios. So congratulations, that was a plus. But be careful with your planning and also the time. You cannot extend the time. It was only 8 to 10 minutes. You shouldn't have gone overtime because you started at 8:34 and you finished at 8:48. So be careful with the time. So in this case, as you can see here, you have it's a 140 according to the rubric. I don't know if you have any questions about, well, 160, sorry. It's 160, my bad. Yeah, 160. I don't know if you have any questions about your grades. Any questions about this? No? Congratulations, you are getting to the right way to be teachers. Just be careful with this planning and also with the time because you cannot extend the time. When you are in class, you cannot say the next teacher, wait, please give me 5 more minutes or give me 10 more minutes. Some of them can give you the time, but others, so be careful with this. Okay, if there are no questions about this group, then we should go to group number 2. Amy, Daniela, Edwin, Jeffrey, Pablo, Lisbeth.
Teacher and with your classmate, it's a pleasure to show you that our presentation that we show you that everyday events that we will present with a short vocabulary with our partners and show you a little bit. Continue, please.
Um, I'm going to show you vocabulary list with image relate to the video that you listen to. This image is give, and this other image is really tall. And this image is wizard.
Jeffrey, please.
Okay, so in the application in the picture K is this that day when students take at their school the photo, and usually there is a photography. We have built the camera in the backdrop behind the student. Okay, in the next is the smile represent the gym. The gym is the place where we exercise or train or the bodies. In a gym, we can think in equipment like I like the training meals. Okay, and the next is the life is the picture. A person is lifting box, and I life means to write something of the using your hand or your body in the. It is important to life in the being the key of the bag strategies to avoid injuries.
Pablo.
In another picture, we have bread. That is break. Okay. Another picture, we have finger. You know what is the name of this finger? Is index finger. In another picture, we have dry. Is event of the everyday, dry.
Okay, my vocabulary is little little nose, and big glasses, big, and new glasses. Okay, I will show the you a short video to explain our topic.
Mi hermana me da su ropa. My sister gives me her clothes. Pero ella es muy alta, but she is really tall. Ahora es día de fotos. Now it's picture day. Parezco un mago otra vez. I look like a wizard again. Brazos pequeños, ropa grande. Little arms, big clothes. Así va la vida. That's how life goes.
Voy al gimnasio todos los días. I go to the gym every day. Levanto pesas muy pesadas. I lift really heavy weights, pero me rompo un dedo, but I break a finger. Abriendo una botella de agua. Opening a water bottle. Músculos. Those little bones, that's how life goes.
Manejo al supermercado. I drive to the supermarket. Con mis lentes nuevos. With my new glasses, pero no se quedan en mi cara, but they won't stay on my face. No veo a dónde voy. I can see where I'm going. Lentes grandes, nariz pequeña. Glasses, little nose, así va la vida. That's how life goes.
Lo que te voy a decir seguro te va a doler, pero necesitas escuchar.
Okay.
Okay, please.
Danny.
Okay, well, Listening activities are usually divided into two types, extensive and intensive. Extensive listening is a relaxing listening, like enjoying a long story or music, mainly for pleasure or general understanding. Intensive listening is focusing and delayed, requiring a student to listening closely to recordings or live Steve to understand exactly words, grammar, or small facts when teaching is intensive. Listening teacher must take clear roles to guide the student through the difficult of the tasks. And a successful listening lesson is organized into a sequence step. These sequences structure students are prepared for the audio complete many listening tasks and they use language the learning afterwards. This all about the presentation. Thank you so much.
Okay, when I see this class, you are the two part importance. We use videos to the people that or students that they can improve listening, and we have also another technique that pictures because it's important to a student with educational specific educational needs. We have two techniques to lesson demonstration class because it's to part to demonstrate of real level of the class to teach when I to be a teacher. Thank you.
I thank you all for your great participation and also for respecting the time that was provided. I have to show you, according to the performance you got, I could see that you really integrated the intensive listening strategy, that is application of theory. You had the full PPP in English, present, practice, and produce. You respected the time. You use digital and physical materials as well. And you all speak English, and actually, you had this natural class. I really liked how Pablo introduced vocabulary through mimics. That is the best way you can use. Instead of using Spanish, you can show them with mimics. You don't have to say dedo, but only finger. Look at my finger. So that was good, Pablo. And also the song was lovely. I don't know where you got it from, but it was interesting because it has this mixture of Spanish and English. Okay. And that's not a problem because it depends on our students' levels. But I have a question. If you apply this for teenagers and adults, do you think the song would be appropriate for adolescents and adults?
I think so, sir, because when you have an environment and you need relax and you um, to to have the capacity to learn with videos and when and uh, is the different manner to learn because when the child improve your learning about watching videos, the younger people and the adults need the same manner because it's most comfortable to use that and English but subtitle in Spanish. So I think that is a good idea to show us the different videos how I'll show you.
I also agree with you. Well, in this case, you talked about some random vocabulary. Let me show you about daily routines. And then you play song and then board. teenagers or maybe for adults. So you type the content and then you get this one is for little kids. So you should select, remember you need time to select the right content. So in this case, most songs are for kids, but maybe this one, let's see.
If you're a student, here's how you can save some of your time. The easiest way to score top essay marks like this
I get up in the morning. I get up in the morning. I wash my face in the morning. I wash my face in the morning.
So it depends on your criteria, and I think yes, the song that you selected was great. I was just wondering if you think that's appropriate for teenagers, because sometimes teenagers think that they are adults, but they aren't, and they don't want to see these cartoons. Well, some of them. And we have to consider this when we introduce a topic. So maybe this is not a song, but it can be appropriate for adults. Because if you see the woman is an adult. So we feel connection with the person.
and then I take a quick shower.
Okay, so that's just an example of resources selection. Because yes, it was a good idea to introduce the song, but think about the age of the students. Some students like cartoons, other like maybe Bad Bunny or maybe I don't know salsa. It depends on the student's age, or maybe cumbia. We don't know. Okay, so yes, you apply the theory, you got all of these right, but there is a problem with planning, guys. Let me show you what the problem is. We still struggle with planning, especially here. So the objectives are okay. I can tell you have selected them from your own creation or maybe from a book or maybe from AI. But performance criteria and assessment indicators, where do I get this from? Do you remember where I get it from?
From
I
which
get it.
one?
I get it from here. Currículo priorizado. I cannot make this up. So for selecting, I have to read the skill that I'm pointing out. In this case, can be language through the arts or maybe writing,
Teacher,
maybe reading.
I read this of the curriculum. I choose
We are
the best.
confusing
Yes.
because we
Excuse
write
me?
in another item that's curriculum. Could you show us the curriculum down, please?
Down.
Yeah. The curriculum, the plan lesson. Could you show us down? I write in another. Where do
Where?
you write,
Where?
Paulito?
I don't know, but it's not here. So, yeah, that's a problem because the performance criteria and the assessment indicators, you need to get them from the curriculum. You
Yes,
cannot make
teacher.
this up.
Yes,
Yes, they
teacher.
send the error, the PDF teacher. Well, Pablo sent
No,
I'm
the course.
sorry. I'm
it's
sorry,
from
but
the
this is what,
curriculum, teacher. It's from the curriculum.
Where? Where is that?
but where, mister? There are no codes here. You need to have codes. The
I
thing is
I
that if you don't put the codes EFL 5.3.1, then it's not from the curriculum. You need these codes. These codes are necessary in planning, you know? Maybe you only copied this, but you need to
Ah,
copy the
okay.
code and the
I got
whole
it. I got
text.
it, sir. Yeah.
Yes.
We need to write the
Okay.
code.
And also, the Ministry of Education requires you to copy this C or this symbol, but that's not that I require for now. But you need to consider that. And also, PPP is not clear in your planning. It says use of visual aids, modeling and guided practice, parent group activities. Which of them is presentation? The first, the second, the last? Which of them is production? Which of them is practice? So you need to put present or presentation, students use visual aids and blah, blah, blah. Okay? And finally, the instrument. What is an instrument? An instrument is not a resource. An instrument is like something that you use to assess your students. A rubric, a checklist, a test, a quiz, okay, or a questionnaire. But video, that's not an instrument. Presentation, that is not an instrument. Presentation can be a technique, okay? But we need the instrument, okay? You put the instrument here and then you attach it down here. You understand?
I got it, sir. Thank you.
Okay, and finally, elaborated by who? Nobody. You need to put your names there. That's important. The date. Okay, so good job. I really enjoy the activities, but we
Teacher, I
still
need the
struggle with the lesson planning.
teacher. I have a one question, and the elaborated by we need the write the all sentence about the group, or for example, we write the names in the teacher's name. I think uh, we don't need the name down in the elaborated by. Well, I don't know. It's my question because
You need it.
I when I think this only about the teacher
You need
names.
it. You need it here and down here again. Yes, you need it. And then your signature and the date. It's a format,
Only
not from.
in the elaborated by and the date, not more. The old case
And
is
here as well, teacher's name.
okay. Okay.
Yes. And I have one more thing. It says second EGB, that's Educación General Básica, right?
Yes.
But that's for the little kids. These classes are not for little kids. If you check our study guide, it's for adults, or teenagers. Look, it clearly states here for adolescents or adults, no kids. That was methodology and didactics teaching English to children. So please plan your classes for 8th, ninth, 10th grade, maybe first bachillerato, second bachillerato, etc. Or maybe university.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem. We are improving. It's okay to have mistakes, but the thing is to improve them. So in a nutshell, this group has 1.80. Okay. Thank you. I thank you to this group. It was a good presentation. You are ready to be teachers. Just remember that lesson planning is also important. Okay, let's go to our next and last group. Please. You ready?
Yes, hello everyone. Good evening. Tonight we talk about how much and how many, and let's start.
Hello, class. Before we start, let me tell you something funny that happened to me yesterday. I went to the supermarket with only $5 and I needed to buy snacks for my little son. I wanted to buy milk, cookies, apple, and juice. But guess what? I realized something. I didn't know how many snacks I could buy and how much money I needed. Today we are going to learn the difference between many and much because we use them all the time in real life. Um, Look at these items, everyone. The anterior, please. Yeah, yeah. Imagine you are the supermarket. What you say? How many milk or how much milk?
How much?
How much?
Exactly, very good. And what about apples? What you say? How many apples or how much apples?
How many
How
apples?
many?
Many. Perfect. Excellent job. All right, students, now let's look at the grammar rule. This is very easy, so pay attention. In English, the next slide, please. In English, we use many and much to talk about quantify how many or how much of something we have. Many is used with countable nouns. Things we can count one by one. For example, apples, students, chairs, cookies. So we say many apples, many students, many cookies. And much is used with uncountable nouns. Things we cannot count individually. For example, the milk, water, money, sugar. So we say much milk, much money, much sugar. Easy way to remember if you can count it many, if you cannot count it much. Next, my partner.
Okay, and now I'm watching a little video. You can say the video?
Yes.
Okay.
And how many? How much? How much water do you drink every day?
I drink about 2 liters of water every day.
How much sugar is in this recipe?
There are 2 kilos of sugar in this recipe.
How many? How many apples does she eat in a day?
She eats about 3 apples in a day.
How many books do you read each month?
I usually read a book to books each month.
How many used for countable things? For example, how many books? And how much used for uncountable things? For example, how much water?
You finish?
No, sorry. Okay, now continue with a little word. I hope all the class participate in that word.
According to the topic, how much and how many friends, we have to choose. Remember how much and how many there are quantifier. How much? Let me check, please. Pablo, how much is a quantifier? Countable or uncountable?
Uncountable.
Thanks. And Amy, please, how many is a quantifier? It's countable or uncountable?
Countable.
Thank you. And we have to choose. Jeffrey, please. Time is how much time or how many time? Please tell me. What is the right answer?
How much time?
How much time? Thank you. Joyce, please. Money is how much money or how many money?
How much money?
Is your answer? Yeah. We have to choose cheese. Please, Daniela. Cheese is how much cheese or how many cheese?
How much?
Please, Maria Jose. Pencils. Pencils is how much pencils or how many pencils?
How many pencils?
Thank you. Edwin, please. Water. You have to choose how much or how many.
How much?
Sugar. For the next is Lisbeth, please. Sugar is how much sugar or how many sugar?
How much?
Thank you. Days. Nadia, please. Days. How much days or how many days? You have to choose the correct answer.
Repeat, please.
You have one more minute.
Nadia, please. You have to choose days for how much or how many days. What is the correct answer?
Many.
Yeah, how many? I would like to participate, everyone, please. Bottle of juice, how much or how many?
How much? How much?
How much? Spoons of sugar, how much or how many?
How
How
much?
much? Apples, how much or how many?
How many?
How many?
Honey, how much or how many?
How much?
Students, how much or how many?
How many?
Meat, how much or how many?
How much?
Jars of honey, how much or how many?
How much?
Flour, how much or how many?
How much?
Tea, how much or how many? Cup of tea, how much or how many?
How many?
Perfume, how much or how many?
How many?
Let's check the answer. Thank you, Mr. and classmates, for your attention.
I thank you to this group, and your ideas were clear. We could learn how much and how many in a very simple way. And well, these are my observations to your class regarding the lesson plan. Remember that class or grade must be specific. Basic general education is not specific. Is it fourth grade, seventh grade, fifth grade? You need to be more specific with the year. Also, the assessment indicator doesn't have a code. Remember, we need these codes to have this right. So the next time that you select this, you need to copy paste it with a code. Okay? Presentation, practice, and production were all clear and they were well developed. It is not clear which of these are the techniques and which of these are the instruments. I don't know. It says checklist, observation, teacher. Which one is the instrument and which one is the technique? You should specify it. Techniques, observation, oral interaction, and the instrument, checklist, rubric. So you need to be more specific in that part. And it's good that you use this. The students with the specific special educational needs planning is also a plus because we need to learn how to plan this as we're going to meet this in our classes. And finally, I'm glad that you wrote this, your names, your signature. That was a positive point. Okay? So that's all about the planning. Now, regarding your performance, it's not clear how you teach listening to the activities that you used, because if you read the book, we have some extensive and intensive listening strategies, but which strategies did you use in your class? Probably you should have used a song or maybe a video that can be useful for you and for your students, or maybe a listening practice like the one here.
Listen and learn. Stone Age.
So this is to listen and complete the vocabulary. So there are many ways to teach listening, but I didn't see much of listening, but instead the class was okay, but we wanted to evaluate listening. Okay? So present was supposed to be listening. Produce listening and saying with with the other practice. So all of them should have been focused on listening. You use materials, you speak all English, and that's my observation. Do you have any questions about this grading?
No, mister. Thanks.
There's also this part. Remember, you should respect the time. You have maximum 10 minutes, not 11 minutes, not 12 minutes. So, because when you are in a real class, teachers don't have more time. It's done and that's it, no more time. So you need to stop your class there and then the other teacher will arrive. So this group has 140. Okay, if you have no questions, then I will take attendance for today's class. Please activate your camera and say present. Aguirre,
Present teacher.
Álvarez,
I'm here, mister.
Barberán,
Present teacher.
Barzola,
Present teacher.
Basurto,
Present teacher.
Cedeño,
I'm here.
Yomikinga,
I'm here, sir.
Macías,
Present teacher.
Maldonado,
Mister, I'm here.
Martínez,
Present teacher.
Mendoza,
Present teacher.
Moreira,
I'm here, teacher.
Pinargote,
I'm here, mister.
Pinargote,
I'm here, mister.
Salazar,
Present teacher.
Sarmiento,
Present teacher.
Torres, Torres? Zúñiga?
Yes,
Zúñiga?
teacher, I'm here.
Present,
Sorry, I'm Joyce.
Okay. Okay, we're all here. Thank you. I don't know if you have any final question before we finish our class today. Yes, Joyce, what's your question?
I just was asking for attending classes, teacher.
Yeah, don't worry. I've already registered your attendance.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? No questions?
No, mister. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, everybody, and see you next time. Have a good night.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, mister.
teacher.
Bye, see ya.